for the home team, the Chargers of Centennial High School, who ended the match with a record of 36 wins and 5 losses. And with a record of 426 wins and 133 losses in his 15-year career, please meet head coach Stan Bergman. For the visiting team, the Crimsons of Jacksonville High School. They ended the match with a record of 30 wins and 9 losses, and with a record of 89 wins and 29 losses in his 3-year career, meet head coach Gary Hickok. And now let's meet the starting lineup for both teams. First, for Centennial, number 1, Libby Cocaine. For Jacksonville, number 7, Bentley Stewart. For Centennial, number 11, Kelsey Oleon. For Jacksonville, number 9, Maggie McNeil. For Centennial, number 12, Allie Shannon. For Jacksonville, number 13, Sarah Thornley. For Centennial, number 14, Kara Johnson. For Jacksonville, number 14, Erica Powell. For Centennial, number 20, Rachel Jones. And for Jacksonville, number 18, Jalen Key. For Centennial, number 23, Madison Weldon. For Jacksonville, number 15, Jason Pate. And for Centennial, number 99, Lindsay Rogan. And for Jacksonville, number 20, Abby Conrad. The floor officials for this match, Julie Caldwell and Mark Kraft, and the line judges, Ruth Holiday and Mike Wally.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Red Bird Arena. I'm Linda Fox. I'm presenting to you the third place match between the Centennial Chargers and the Jacksonville Crimsons. So we've got a great volleyball rivalry ahead of us as both teams meet again in the postseason. The last time these two teams met, Jacksonville fell to the Chargers in the sectional semifinal and indicated they were very hungry for revenge. The Chargers are led by head coach Stan Bergman and the Crimsons by Gary Hickok. Some keys to tonight's match, Centennial, it's especially important that they have a solid first ball contact in order to get their key middles involved in the match. We're going to hear the names of Cloyd and Jones in the offense a lot tonight. In terms of the Crimsons, they need to run a balanced offense, although Keene is an outstanding executor for their offense. They need to get lots of production out of lots of hitters to free up Keene and allow her to be in more one-on-one situations. So some key players that you're going to hear again tonight, Centennial, their middles, Rachel Jones and Lauren Cloyd. They're going to be firing from all cylinders all over the court. They're very versatile and powerful players. We're also going to see Kara Johnson, who tallied 10 kills yesterday for the Lady Crimsons. Keep an eye on Jacqueline Keene. And here we're started. Free ball not able to get over the net.
Service ace, point Centennial.
First point goes to Centennial. Madison Weldon back to serve. A great aggressive serve. And an ace.
Madison Weldon, point Centennial.
Centennial jumps out to a quick 2-0 lead. Nice back row attack by Jacqueline Keene. And a double hit called on the Chargers. Point Jacksonville.
Number 16, Tiffany Lacey. She will serve.
Tiffany Lacey back to serve, defensive specialist. Nice pass by the libero, tipped over by the Chargers. Great outside hit by Libby Cocaine. Being able to use those outside hitters. Head coach for Jacksonville, Gary Hickox. Nice pass there by Centennial Chargers. And just out of bounds. Point Jacksonville.
Serving number 20, Abby Tomhead.
Number 20 back to serve. Little bit deep.
Service error, point Centennial. Serving number 99, Lindsay Logan.
Number 99 defensive specialist Lindsay Logan back to serve. Great deep floater.
Service ace.
Erica Howell takes it a little bit high on her chest, called for a double contact. Point Chargers. Sarah Thornley with a great aggressive hit. Nice smart tip by the Centennial Chargers. Those deep corners are always open. Point Chargers. Great aggressive float serve.
Mary Johnson on the block, point Centennial.
Centennial jumping out to an early lead, 7-2 over Jacksonville. Nice aggressive serve, overpassed.
Rachel Jones.
And Rachel Jones up at the net with a fantastic kill off of an overpass.
Timeout Jacksonville.
Jacksonville with a quick timeout. Coach Gary Hickox telling his team most likely just calm down a little bit, get that great first pass up, allowing Jacksonville to run their offense.
The program includes rosters and pictures of the competing teams, stats, and state tournament records and scorecards.
And we're here for the 3A Consolation Championship between the Jacksonville Crimsons and the Centennial Chargers. Centennial serving strong. Head coach Stan Bergman for the Centennial Chargers. Got a confusion there. Looks like a second timeout coming from Jacksonville. Not sure exactly what happened, but you only get 2 timeouts per match, or per set, I should say. So they've called their second timeout. Let's hope that they jump out to a late lead so they don't have to use a second timeout. Some keys to tonight's match. We're going to look for some strong passing out of Jacksonville. We haven't seen that come out just yet. We need them to be able to run their offense. At the helm, Bentley Stewart setter. Number 7, she's in the back row right now. She's got a 3-pronged attack. Just got to get that pass up to her. Just like we were talking about just a second ago, not a strong pass out of Jacksonville. Right now, maybe she can just say to her team, come on, you guys, just pop the ball up. I don't need it to be perfect. Just get me something I can work with. Little confusion there on the court. Number 18, Jacqueline Keene, a strong force up at the net.
Point, Jacksonville. Jacksonville substitution number 4.
And I'm being rejoined now by Michelle McMahon. She's a former Michigan volleyball player. And Michelle, what do you think of these outside hitters right now?
Well, they're doing a phenomenal job of executing. Kara Johnson, one of the Centennial Chargers, phenomenal outside hitter. She's actually committed to Illinois State University, doing a great job. She's a very athletic player on the pin there. Saw a nice kill by her.
Nice aggressive serve, just to sailed a little bit too long. Service error by Lexi Hall. Seeing Centennial jump out to a strong lead here.
Keene with a strong serve, but Cloyd on the slide attack. As we mentioned, she is very effective on the slide attack, really does a nice job of seeing the block and the open shots on the court.
And what allowed her that pass, what allowed her that hit is because there was a nice strong pass and the setter was allowed to run her offense.
And it's Oleon on the right side attack. The lefty, 5'8" senior, committed to Western Missouri, doing a great job on the pin, utilizing those open shots around the block.
It's really great to have a left side hitter on the right side because the ball doesn't have to travel across your shoulder.
And the timing of that is also on the flip side for the block, I imagine, to be a lot different for them to time it with a lefty as opposed to a righty who and the ball crosses her face, as you mentioned, Linda.
Absolutely. You have to line it up differently. A lot more communication involved with the left-handed right side hitter.
Erica Howell back to serve.
Looks like possible out of rotation for the Centennial Chargers. Maybe a little overlapping there.
The senior libero captain, Erica Howell, tabbed in 11 digs last night, doing a nice job being a solid force in the back row for the Crimsons. And another great dig by Howell, but Cloyd puts it away.
We haven't seen either team really step up and have a lot of defense right now. We've seen a lot of short rallies and some quick plays, so I'd like to see each team step up a little bit more on defense.
Leon back to serve. Thornley to who else but Keene out of the back row. Huge executor for the Crimsons.
We're going to hear her name a lot today. Keene doing a great job out of that back row. And it's especially important when you're hitting in the back row that you have to really keep the ball in front of you. Anytime the ball gets behind you, and that ball's going to sail out of bounds.
She had exceptional numbers last night, doing a phenomenal job again in this third place match. And a nice little bit wide for Maggie McNeil out of the middle.
Number 20, Rachel Jones.
Saw the ball set there to Lauren Cloyd on Centennial Chargers, a nice backhanded slide.
Rachel Jones re-enters the lineup, as well as Madison Weldon, who's back to serve, the 5'8" senior setter. And it's Keene out of the back row again. Great dig by Weldon. Jones sends it over. And a nice roll shot. And Shannon gets the tool for the Chargers.
One way that a block can be a stronger, more powerful force is if you press over the net. That block on that particular play, they just went high and they were able to be used. But if you press over, it's going to ricochet back into the court.
And Jones out of the middle, something we talked about as a key to the beginning of this match, getting the middles involved. And Rachel Jones is certainly a huge key to this Charger offense.
Absolutely, and when you hit those back deep corners, what I like to call the golden corners, that's going to be a kill for Jones every time.
Tip over by Stewart. Out to Cocaine with a nice rip. McNeil in the middle. And it's Jones going short this time. Great dig by Thornley. To Shannon, dug up by Stewart. Keene with the roll shot. Great dig by Rogan. And it's the Crimson's point.
Starting to see some really nice rallies by both teams. A little bit less unforced errors on each team. Both players, keeping the ball in play.
And it just really seems that the Centennial Chargers are running a very well-balanced offense, shredding this Jacksonville block, running on all cylinders from the middle to the outside, and of course on the right side.
Absolutely, and that all gets started with a good pass. If you have a pass off the net, it's really hard to run an offense.
Great serve by Cocaine. Out to Keene, who puts it away. And what an athletic player. She had 23 kills last night, as we mentioned, and does a nice job hitting the ball at such a high angle that the Centennial Chargers might not be used to defending.
Absolutely. Let's see if they can make any adjustments to be able to defend that.
And Rachel Jones again out of the middle, and such a versatile player for the Chargers.
You see here on the replay what a perfect pass that was. When you have that first pass up to net, we talked about that first ball control, you're able to get that ball right to Rachel Jones in the middle, who puts it away again for the kill in the golden corner.
And Lindsay Rogan has certainly been a tribute to that. A solid libero, very consistent passer, great defense, but the point does go to the Crimsons, and it's Thornley back to serve.
Keene is now in the front row for Jacksonville. You can anticipate the ball to go to her a lot as the middle blocker.
And an attack error from Cocaine will give the Crimsons a little bit of a momentum kick here in the first set.
Jacksonville was off to an early deficit, and little by little they're coming back.
Thornley continuing the run for the Crimsons. Nice pass by Rogan. Out to Johnson, who's blocked by Keene, doing a nice job getting a quick step out to the pin.
You can see on the replay here how Keene does a great job of closing the block, and they both press over the net to get that solid block.
Sammy settles on the pin on that as well. Rachel Jones goes a little bit wide, just a little too much, but what a phenomenal athlete.
Absolutely, and you have to give the Centennial Chargers credit for really spreading their offense. Most matches we've seen today have been dominated by the left sides, and we're announcing the middle's names a lot more than we are the outside. So good solid offense being run by both teams right now.
And it certainly helps that Rachel Jones is hitting 500 on the match so far. Doing a great job. She really hits it on all cylinders of the court. She's very effective on the pin, but when you bring her inside, she also puts the balls away. Just really does a nice job of executing.
Absolutely. Isn't it great to have a go-to player on your team, one that you can count on for both defense and for offense?
So even when the pass isn't there, that she can still run those quick attacks, but also you can give her a high ball and you know she'll put it away.
Absolutely. And for Jacksonville Crimsons, Jacqueline Keene seems to be their go-to player. She's been hitting out of the back row, out of the front row, out of the middle, out of the outside. So two really strong middle players for both teams.
And Jalen Keene is certainly a Division I caliber type of player, getting a lot of looks from Big Ten schools throughout the area. Thornley with the serve. And it's Jones with a powerful attack. Almost caught up by the Crimsons, but Jones again, we see her on the pin. Initially we saw her in the middle, and then she goes out to the pin and still does a great job putting that ball away.
A really versatile athlete that you can just throw up the ball anywhere. It's so nice as a setter when you know you can just put the ball up if it's perfect or not, and you know that player is going to just take it and run with it.
The 5'2" junior Lexi Hall to serve. Great dig by her. And back to Keene. He does a nice job of taking advantage of the late block. Looks like Johnson got caught a little bit high on that.
Keene heading back to serve, which brings Maggie McNeil up to the front row as our middle hitter. You may be hearing her name a little bit from here on out.
Johnson with a nice pass. Out to Cloyd, who puts it away. And that slide attack boy, is she effective off of 1 foot.
Absolutely. You can see here on the slide, it's so hard to defend because you never know quite exactly where the middle hitter is going to take the ball.
And it's Johnson back to serve.
Nice pass by Erica Howell, allowing Jacksonville to run their offense. Unfortunately, the block was right there ready for it.
And Kara Johnson, the UIC commit, the nice serve, and Keene there into the net. Point for the Chargers.
Looks like Keene may have been just a little bit off on her approach. Next time she's in that position, I'd like to see maybe a softer roll shot into the middle or a down ball into the corners.
Great serve by Johnson, though, putting a lot of pace on that ball with that top spin, tail off at the end.
Centennial Chargers really dominating this first set, 23-14.
Keene with the pass. And it's J.C. Pate with the attack error. Wasn't playing earlier on in the season, but said her timing and approach was a little bit off, but Coach Hickox took the time to work with her and help her develop into that starting role. Doing a nice job of being a foundational leader for this team. Kara Johnson with a great serve again. Fought off by Howell. And it's just long for the Chargers.
We're going to see a replay on the serve right here, and you can really see that topspin and just how quickly it drops. Great strong serve by Erica Howell, the defensive specialist for Jacksonville.
And it's Tomhead with the attack, but a nice attempt by Thornley to get that ball just a little bit long, and the Chargers will take the first set. Now, what went well in this match, Linda? What was the key to victory for the Centennials? What did they execute well that brought them success in the set?
The Centennial Chargers, they did an excellent job of utilizing all of their offensive players. On the matches that we've been announcing previously today, it's been dominated by the left side, but that's not the case with these Chargers. They really did a great job of utilizing all of their players, particularly Rachel Jones out of the middle. What a phenomenal force there. She was able to tip and hit both into the corners and short. She really utilized all of her offensive weapons. So for the Jacksonville Crimsons, they really, I just didn't see a spark of energy there. They just seemed to be dominated throughout the whole first set. I'd like to see them come back with a little bit more energy and a little bit more focus. Their passing off of serve reception seemed to lack a little bit. They just never got into their hitting rhythm. Setter Bentley Stewart for the Crimsons definitely tried to move the ball around, although we saw Jacqueline Keene, trying to come out of the back row, out of the front row, really trying to get something started.
We have a nice Santa in the audience today. But going back to this rivalry here, it was the Chargers that took the Crimsons out last season, and something that the Crimsons really mentioned in the conference of saying that they wanted this game more than anything. Maybe they wanted a little too much right now. Maybe that personal attitude is getting in the way a little bit in the first set here. Maybe they wanted almost too much.
Absolutely, and especially when you're playing in a big arena and you're playing in front of your friends and family, sometimes nerves can set in too. Maybe they're just a little bit nervous and they need to settle down. So could be some, words of advice from the head coach right now.
And they also need to be careful to not become too one-dimensional with Keene. Obviously a phenomenal athlete, a great player, but they need to get more production out of their middles. But in order for that to happen, they need to pass. And I think the Chargers right now are really taking charge with their serve at the service line.
Absolutely. And just looking a little bit at the numbers for Jacksonville, Keene with 10 total attacks, and the next strongest player, Stewart with 4, McNeil with 4, and Tom Have with 4. So Keene definitely dominating that side for Jacksonville.
And we definitely have a more well-distributed offense on the Centennial side with a more balanced attack, giving all of the players more attempts, which makes it more difficult for the Jacksonville block to react to.
Absolutely. Rachel Jones leads the attack with 7 total attacks. Next highest player there is another middle with Cloyd with 6. So, we've been talking about usually teams in high school are dominated by the outsides, but Centennial doing a really great job of utilizing their middle.
Absolutely, and that was one of the keys we talked about before the match, getting their middles involved, and they're executing their game plan very effectively right now. And it will be Jacksonville to start us off with the serve. Bentley Stewart will lead us off here in the second set.
First here at set number 2, number 7, Bentley Stewart.
Nice topspin serve. Great pass by Rogan. Miss Jones with a deep roll shot. Keene digs it up. Tom Have gets blocked. Smart play by Thornley. Just drops the tip in front of the 10-foot line. Linda, what is the advantage to the tip?
You can see right here on the replay that whole middle section of the court is open, and so the tip is the perfect place. She just dropped that exactly where it needed to be.
Oleon with the attack. Excuse me. Maya Peacock with the attack. The 5'6" junior outside hitter, averaging 23 kills on the season, along with 17 aces. Very strong server for this Charger team. And a nice swing by McNeil.
That just goes to show this hit. It didn't have to be super aggressive. It just has to be well placed. So McNeil doing a great job. Kind of came off the side of her hand, but was able to drop into the middle of the court. Again, it doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to work.
Absolutely. And part of volleyball is just winning those dirty points.
Jones with a fantastic hit out of the middle. Just a really nice quick attack. It's essential that the setter and the middle hitter have a good connection, some good timing, and that's absolutely what we saw right there out of Jones.
And Rogan with the serve now for the Chargers. Into the net. And the Crimsons will take the lead in the second set.
A good rule of thumb, Michelle, on serving is that you want to have at least 1 ace to 1 error. So if you're going to serve aggressive, that's okay, but you need to have those aces to show for it.
You're absolutely correct on that. And a great attack by Kara Johnson on the outside. Foundational player for the Chargers, doing a nice job. Yesterday, she contributed 10 kills to the offense, hitting 161 and also 10 digs. So she's very versatile on offense and defense, doing a nice job. And a great serve by Hall. Out to Oleon, who does a nice job of hitting it high hands on the block.
I love to see. I'm a right-handed, I'm a right side player, so you can see Oleon right here on the right side just taking the ball high, using those blocks. It's just a beautiful thing to watch.
Hall back to serve. Nice pass by Thornley, and it's Keene who puts it away through the block.
Keene able to use her outstanding height and just hit high off the block. Again, it doesn't have to be hard, but being able to use those hands and just get that tip, it's nearly impossible for the defense to pick it up.
Thornley back to serve for the Crimsons. Peacock with the pass. Just not enough, and a great point for the Crimsons and a very nice serve. Getting Peacock outside of her body, forcing her to lunge for that ball. Instead, she needs to get 2 feet there.
We're seeing the Crimsons pick it up a little bit. They were totally dominated in the first set, but right now it's 4-5. So we're really, seeing a side-out volleyball. We're not seeing any team dominate the other.
And the serve and pass battle flips just like that. The Crimsons doing a nice job of getting the Centennial Chargers out of system. And they joust at the net. And it's Keene once again.
That's some of the
deep corner.
Most emotion that I've seen out of the Crimsons yet. And what a great kill by Keene into those deep corners. That's really what she needed to give her team, was this spark of energy.
And I think they're a team that really thrives off that energy. They're scrappy. They scrap it out on defense. They win those dirty points. And they don't have the biggest hitters out there, but that's why they grind out these points, doing a nice job. As you can see, they thrive off that team chemistry and that togetherness after each point.
Absolutely. You can really feel the momentum change. So head coach Stan Bergman for the Centennial Chargers calling a quick timeout. probably just trying to maybe ice the server a little bit, give his team some words of encouragement, saying, all right, you guys, let's settle down a little bit. Let's take back control of this match.
And what do you see that has changed in the momentum so far in this first couple of points in the second set?
We've definitely seen Keene come alive a little bit. She was getting a lot of swings, but just nothing with any power, any energy behind it. And now even the countenance of her face has changed. You can really see that she's a lot more into this match. She's really picking up the energy, and all of her teammates are following right behind her.
And it seems they're struggling on other dimensions of the hitters she seems to be carrying most of the weight. Other hitters are hitting negative. What do you have to say about that, Linda?
I would say as a setter then, you really just need to keep going back to the player who's doing it for you.
Absolutely. And it's Cloyd on the slide attack once more. Puts it right to the middle of the court, doing a nice job of splitting the block.
Again,
but tribute to the setter.
See on that replay how Cloyd with the slide attack is just so difficult because there's so many points in the air where she can take that ball. It makes it really difficult to defend against.
And Keene goes off the block deep, and a great cover ball by Tiffany Lacey, but not enough. Centennial Chargers take the advantage.
You can see what a strong swing that was and how far that ricocheted back into her court.
Kara Johnson with a nice serve. And a net violation on the Chargers.
We've seen a couple of unforced errors going on here, and that's really starting to give Jacksonville more of a momentum change.
Certainly is, and Keene to lead them back on this momentum run on the serve. Great pass by Rogan. And a dig by Keene. And a stuff block for Peacock and Cloyd.
Looks like the set may have been just a bit tight to the net. Not too much that hitter could have done with this set.
Excuse me, number 2 is Aladu. And a nice swing by Cloyd.
Again, both middles for the Centennial Chargers just doing a great job. Jones and Cloyd, they are just, what a dynamic duo and what a strength for this team right now.
Olean with a nice run here for the Chargers. And it's Pate who gets stuff blocked by the Chargers. Aladu doing a nice job of establishing the block earlier. She's loaded and she's pressed across. Very dynamic player for the Chargers. Olean with the pass. Cloyd puts it away. Great effort by Pate. What an athletic move there for Jacksonville. Just not enough. Chargers take the point.
Erica Howell just able to get her hands on that ball. Maybe next time she'll be able to be just a little bit faster.
Nix McNeil with the kill on the outside.
Michelle, I just can't tell you how impressed I am with the middle offense of both these teams. These are absolutely the strongest middles that we've seen all day.
They certainly are. They're doing a great job of executing. Howell with the serve. And a nice pass by Johnson. Cloyd with the attack. Howell gets the dig. And a net violation is called on the Chargers.
Jacksonville leads 11-10. We really saw the Centennial Chargers be a dominating force, and right now we're really not seeing that.
And it's Howell to continue the run for the Crimsons. Just a bit wide for Howell. Chargers take the advantage. And it's Jones checking back into the lineup, and Weldon will be back to serve. Jones, a player we've been talking about a lot. Hitting .556 on the match so far, and Weldon with a nice serve. And a great stuff block by Shannon and Jones.
You'll see here Abby Tomhab, number 20, swinging on the outside. Set may have been a little bit tight. A nice full swing, but a triple block by the Chargers.
Nice pass by Howell. Thornley trying to go over with that one. Smart choice. I like the choice, the aggressiveness of the choice. Just not enough.
Absolutely.
And it's Weldon back to serve for the Chargers. Back to Keene in the back row. Weldon with a nice dig. Out to Aladu. And Jones puts it away.
Boy, Michelle, she was just so high in the air there on that middle overpass. You could just see what athleticism and what a great force she is there in the middle.
A little bit of a change up there with Aladu in the lineup, doing a really nice job of stepping into that outside hitting role, especially for the third place match here in the state championship game.
Absolutely. There's a lot of pressure right now, and she's doing a fantastic job.
Bentley Stewart back in the lineup for the Jacksonville Crimsons. The senior setter captain. Nice pass by Rogan. Shannon with the powerful attack. And it's Jones once again out of the middle, putting that ball away.
You'll see here on the replay another great pass, allowing the Centennial Chargers to run their entire offense. Look at this amazing passing. It's exactly where it needs to be.
And she's just so athletic. She sees the block so well and loves those corner shots. Peacock with the dig. And a nice swing by Johnson. Just not enough. Thornley gets the block there on a solo.
Absolutely. One-on-one. It's difficult to get a block one-on-one. Boy, that's the best feeling in the whole world. Really takes some good timing.
Shannon with the attack. Great cover by Weldon. And it's a lift called on the Centennial Chargers. Not quite sure I agree with that call, Linda.
Yeah, I don't either. I think they've called these IHSA matches really tight. I say let the girls play volleyball, but that's just my humble opinion.
And we appreciate it. Weldon to the outside to Johnson, who makes a smart play and tips it deep. Now the advantage to that shot is she shows the tip early, so the defense cheats up to read that short tip, and then she pushes it over her head, doing a nice job executing that shot.
Absolutely, and the key there is you need to keep your fingers really tight. If you relax your fingers at all, that deep shot is not going to work.
And it's Tom Have with the attack. Great dig by Peacock. Johnson with the roll shot, utilizing very wider range of shots, and it's 4 contacts called on the Crimson's. Centennial Chargers take the point.
You know, this match, more than any that I've seen recently, has really come down to a net game. Both teams are doing a pretty good job of defense, but really these points are being earned at the net.
And on defense, are doing a great job of executing on all cylinders. Great kill by Oleon. Down the line. What's the advantage of having a lefty on the right side is you can see all the angles of the court. The ball never has to cross your line of vision, and you hit those open angles. And Oleon does an exceptional job at this.
She did such a good job of just turning her shoulders and hitting that ball down the line. It's so easy a lot of times to just hit the ball cross court. That's your natural body's tendency. But to turn her shoulders at the last minute and hit the ball down the line, it was just a perfect shot. Really well played.
And she had 6 kills last night, hitting .267 on the match. Just a 5'8" senior outside right side hitter for the Chargers.
She definitely plays a lot taller than a 5'8" player. She just hangs there in the air, as you could see by that last hit. It was fantastic.
And as we said, a good rivalry match between the Crimsons and the Chargers here. Pretty close setup. Chargers are taking the momentum, though. Jacksonville started with the lead. Linda, what's going on?
Looks like it's coming down to a net game right now. The team that's winning right now is the team that's able to execute both blocking and hitting.
Free ball by Thornley. Great pass by Peacock. And Jones, such an athletic player. We talked about her a ton in the broadcast because she is such a great athlete.
You can see this replay right here. We've got just a fairly quick set right here. She's able to keep that elbow high and hit those deep corners. It's working for her every time.
Keene drops it short, dug up by Weldon. Peacock with the back row attack, and she gets the kill. The 5'6" junior outside hitter doing a nice job of being an option in the back row, being ready for that set.
Absolutely. Anytime that you can keep your system running as well as it can, even when you're technically out of system, that's the key to a nice, solid volleyball team.
And there is Johnson hitting that line shot right in between two defenders, just outside of the reach of Lacey. Kaylee Steckel will step in for the lineup for Lacey. Keene with a nice kill down the line.
Keene still definitely leading the attack for Jacksonville with 19 total attacks. She has 8 kills and only 2 errors, hitting 300 right now.
They just don't seem to be getting too excited after they get kills, and that's the momentum points that you really need to come together and create some camaraderie over there.
Absolutely. I kind of like playing with high intensity and high emotion, and we're just not seeing that right now.
Just getting a little frustrated and dissolving into 6 individuals instead of a team.
Jacksonville was pretty close there, but Centennial taking the lead now 22-15, so just a couple points away from match point.
Lexi Hall, the 5'2" junior setter, 16 assists yesterday, and also a great server for the Chargers. Olean with the dig. Floyd tries to get that second contact over, just a little bit short. Too tight of a pass by Olean, especially coming off of that right side of the court. It's a tough ball to pass.
Absolutely.
And Sarah Thornley is back to serve for the Crimsons. Pass by Peacock. And it's Cloyd off the pocket. A great dig by Rogan. What a solid libero back there. And it's Pate who sends it over. And it's out of bounds. Looks like it just was outside of the antenna.
And Michelle, you bring up a really great point about when you know that you have a libero behind you who's going to pick up anything that comes off the block, you really feel the freedom to swing away as a hitter, just knowing that you're going to have someone who's got your back.
And Rogan has done an exceptional job, the senior libero captain, certainly a big leader for this team as well. She's committed to Indiana Wesleyan and has tapped in 20 digs yesterday, doing a phenomenal job today on defense. Just wide for the Chargers, point for the Crimsons.
Keene with a really strong hit there out of the right side, tallying 9 kills so far.
And it's Woods to serve for the Crimsons, the 5'2" junior defensive specialist. And a nice pass by Rogan. Look at that 3.0 pass. Although that went wide, you have to give credit to the pass. This is what we're talking about when we talk about 3.0 pass. The setter has 3 options. She has the outside, she has the middle, and she has the right side, which is very deceptive for the Crimson's block.
Absolutely, and that middle was just actually a little bit early, which is unusual. If anything, usually middles are late.
Absolutely, and there's Cloyd, who executes this time on the second go-around.
There we go. That's just the nice connection that you love to see as a setter hitter. There's no better feeling as a setter than connecting with your middle and knowing that you helped assist in that fantastic kill like we saw just there.
Olean to serve for the Chargers.
Some really nice swings that we're seeing up there in the front, but Jacksonville Crimson's coming up with 2 fantastic blocks right in a row.
She really does a nice job of just anticipating the play, and that's something that Jacksonville really needs at this point in the match, trying to gain some momentum. The game is not over yet.
Only 1 more point to go. It'll take a miracle.
And it's long. The Centennial Chargers will win the match. Both a great fight on both ends. And there's nothing to be disappointed about for being 4th in the state. That'll do it here for us. I'm Michelle McMahon alongside Linda Fox. Congrats to the Jacksonville Crimsons on a 4th place finish. And congrats to the Centennial Chargers on third place. Stay tuned for the championship match 3A coming up next.
First, let's meet the superintendent, or rather the administrators from Jacksonville, Principal Mike McGiles. Athletic Director, J.M. Lamb. Trainer, Kurt Turner. And now the head coach of the Crimsons, Gary Hickox. Assistant coach, Katie Crumley. Now let's meet the players on the Crimsons. Number 4, Sammy Suttles. Number 5, Justice Hammers. Number 7, Bentley Stewart. Number 8, Gabby Mann. Number 9, Maggie McNeil. Number 13, Sarah Thornley. Number 14, Erica Howell. Number 15, Casey Pate. Number 16, Tiffany Lacey. Number 18, Jalen Keene. Number 20, Abby Tomhane. Number 23, Kelsey Richardson. Number 25, Kaylee Steckel. Number 28, Ellie Hinton. And number 53, Brooke Woods. And now Coach Hickox and the captains for Jacksonville, please step forward to receive your trophy. And ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to our 4th place finish in the state championship, the Jacksonville Crimson. And at this time, let's say congratulations to the Chargers of Centennial, the 3rd place finishers in this state championship tournament. The Chargers of Centennial, they finished the 2012 season in 3rd place with a final record of 37 wins and 5 losses. Let's meet our officials and players from Centennial. Say hello to Principal Greg Johnson. Athletic Director Brian Easter. Trainer Adam Tarr. And the head coach Stan Bergman. Assistant coach Alan Newman. Assistant coach John Van Antwerp. Assistant coach John No. And now let's meet the Chargers. Number 1, Libby Coquet. Number 2, Jordan Hopkins. Number 4, Paula Nottingham. Number 7, Jasmine Tyler. Number 8, Kelly Virginie. Number 10, Lexi Hall. Number 11, Kelsey Oleon. number 12, Allie Shannon. Number 14, Kara Johnson. Number 15, Lauren Floyd. Number 18, Maya Peacock. Number 20, Rachel Jones. Number 22, Ayla Du. Number 23, Madison Weldon. And number 99, Lindsay Rogan. Once again, will Coach Berkman and the captains of Centennial High School please step forward to receive your trophy. Folks, let's say congratulations to our third place champions of this year's state volleyball tournament, the Chargers of Centennial High School.